All right. So thank everybody for being here this morning. Transparency. This module, I think, is one of the best modules that I have invested time in to date. To be completely honest with you guys, it's funny. I woke up this morning and I was kind of thinking through the module, and I hadn't fully prepared the way that I normally do whenever it comes to reading through these things. I did a lot of research, spent a lot of time on it, but normally I do a lot of repetitions before actually presenting. And as I was thinking through and kind of mentally playing through that and how I was going to present that to you guys today, I realized that I missed a very important slide in the conversation of transparency. And so I actually have a slide that I added to this morning. I'm really intrigued to see if anybody can identify which slide it is. But anyway, so transparency. This module, we're going to talk about teamwork. And we're going to talk about how a team functions. And as weird as it might sound, the very first part of a team is being transparent. So let's dive into that a little bit and see what we mean. How do you really feel? They don't care. I'll figure it out myself. They wouldn't listen anyway. So I'm just going to bury it. I'm going to stuff it. Doesn't matter. I've tried to approach them 30 times with this information. They're not going to listen. They don't want my input. I'm on my own. Nobody supports me. It's just me and myself. I'll tell them I told you so whenever it fails. So I'm going to hold on to this piece of information. Even though I know that I'm right, I'm just going to hang on to it just so I can tell them I told you so. Nobody cares about my opinion. I am guilty of every single one of these statements, thinking these in my head multiple times. As recently as last night, I was trying to help out a buddy who's going through a really tough situation. And as I'm having a discussion with him, I get on that. I'll tell him I told you so whenever it fails, because I'm like, I just don't feel like he's listening to me. He's not listening to me. So instead of sitting and listening, I just told myself, I'm just telling him I told you so when it fails. This is a really easy mindset to fall into whenever it comes to you being on a team.